Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I know. It's been a really long time since I've had any free time to post here on the channel, talk about the cars, but that is what we're doing here today. And as you can kind of see behind me here, I'm at the detail lounge, and it probably looks a ton different than the last time I brought you guys along and kind of showed you what we were working on. We are now open, and that's kind of like why I haven't had the time to post here regularly on the channel. We had our grand opening last week, so this is our first week in business, but I want to show you guys around the shop real quick before we get into any car related stuff, because I would like some constructive criticism, any feedback, thoughts, comments, questions, concerns on what we've built here. I'm very proud of it, and yeah, let's show you around real quick. All right, so here is our little front kind of like lounge area. So we got a couch, some nice seating in here, TV on the wall. So if your kids wanted to come in and play some video games on this TV while you're washing the car, they could go ahead and do that. Or you could come in to the sim room and jump on the sim. So this is something that we're still kind of getting dialed in and waiting on a couple more pieces to come in from shipping. But this is the sim room here. Got some nice artwork on the walls, some Obsessed Garage stuff there on the walls. And then if you walk into like our main showroom or retail space, this is where kind of like our lounge area is. And then obviously we have all of our retail products on the shelving. Here is the Orella speakers, which we'll be talking about a little bit in today's video too, because we did put some new speakers in the M2 and it's been incredible. And I want to give you guys some input on that stuff. Also, we have all of our like polishers, things like that over here on this wall, some t-shirts and sweatshirts. But really, what I like to tell people is like, basically we did everything in this space that our wives wouldn't let us do at home. Hang wheels on the walls, put all these cool pictures up, the nice hex lighting that you guys saw in the intro. But as it sits right now, we are open for business. Things have been kind of good. We had about 300 people here for our grand opening. It was kind of crazy. I'll try to insert some clips if I can find some, because I didn't even have time to really record anything, just getting back and forth, talking to different people. But yeah. That is the retail side. We got the M2, and then on this side we have a nice mural on the wall there, and then we have our wash bays up here with our pressure washers, hose reels, DI water, foam cannons, your ego blowers to be able to take care of your car. And basically the way it works is you just drive through the door, drive up onto one of these wash bays, and you can be able to essentially have everything here to be able to take care of your car yourself. So it's definitely a unique experience coming here to the detail lounge. We've received pretty good feedback so far, and we hope that we can really take this business model and kind of grow it to the next level. But let's jump into some stuff and talk about everything that I've done to the M2 recently. All right, so let's talk about some mods that we've done recently to the M2. But before we get into today's main topic, and for aesthetic mods, the only thing that we've really changed since I posted the last content here on the channel is these front grills from Northwest Carbon House. I think that it matches the front lip and side skirts from Souvenir Motorsports. Let me know what you guys think, but I think it looks really good. But overall, I'm really enjoying the overall like aesthetics that we got going on with the car here, especially with this 5-spoke wheels. We have a couple more pieces of carbon coming for it, maybe rear diffuser, maybe hood, fenders, some other things too. But as it sits right now, it's kind of a shop car for Detail Lounge. A lot of people know me here locally for this car. Well, they know the car more than they know me personally. So we're just kind of using it for a little piece of marketing. And it seems to be working so far based on how things are going at the shop. All right, so getting into like the main topic of today's video, and we're gonna be talking about tuning the car here, tuning the G87 M2, and kind of the experience, because for me, this is the first time that I've tried to tune, like aftermarket custom tune a car, period. So it's been a little bit of a learning experience for me. Obviously, we have the ECU already unlocked, and we were running the stage 2 boot mode, like the OTS or off the shelf tune, and that was pretty good, but I still wanted to be able to unlock a little bit more horsepower, and the best way to do that is of course through a custom tune. And I reached out to some people on Instagram, and I really got 2 opinions of people that I should go to, either F80 Paul or a company called GTP Motorsports based out of California. A lot of the guys that are here local are using them, and they've had really good results. I decided to go ahead and choose F80 Paul, and my experience wasn't super great with him. So basically what we ended up doing is they send out like a base tune, and then you have to do some logs, and then they go ahead and check those logs, make revisions, send you back the tune, you flash it again, you make the logs. So you go through this process, right? And the way that you're interacting with the guys over or that are doing the F80 Paul stuff is just strictly through email, right? And we were going through trying to get the base tune dialed in, and what we ended up doing was I think we did like 3 revisions of the base tune. He sent me the 4th one. I flashed it, drove it around the block, and the car went into limp mode. And for me, like, of course I knew what to do, just delete the codes, restart the car, and hopefully everything was fixed, which is what ended up happening. But I reached out to them, sent them a list of the codes that came up on the car, the check engine light, and basically it was like low pressure or a low boost pressure sensor was going off. I ended up deleting the codes, sending him the log, and then sending him a list of the codes. I didn't really get to hear back from them for like, I don't know, 36 hours or so. And for me, that's not the kind of customer service that I expect when I'm spending thousands of dollars for a tune. So I decided to end up going the GTP route. And since I've done that, they've been super timely in getting me back revisions, and it's been a ton easier to just talk to him because I'm working with the tuner directly one-on-one and not having to go through so many different people to get to the actual person that's doing the work on the tune. But it's been good. The car is fully tuned on E85 right now, and we're running into some issues with traction. So be it that this car is rear-wheel drive, obviously when you get into high horsepower numbers, that traction becomes an issue. So let's talk about the current wheel and tire setup. All right, so let's talk about tires real quick. So if you remember, or if you watched my videos when we first got these wheels, we tried to fit 19s in the front, and since these are 2-piece wheels, it did not clear with just a 19, so I had to end up upgrading to a 20-inch wheel in the front to be able to clear the big brakes in the front. We are also running like these are 20 by 11s in the rear, I think 20 by 9.5s in the front. But the problem is that these tires, so these are the Nitto NT555 G2s, and when I bought these tires, I thought what I ordered from the tire guy was the R2 version, which is the radial version of this tire, because, excuse my French, but these tires are absolute shit, and I have 0 traction in them. But the problem that I'm having right now is that I can't get a 305 30 20 tire anywhere for this car. So I can't find R888s in this size. I don't even think they make them. They do make the Nitto NT555 R2s in my size that I need, so the 305 30s, but they are completely back ordered. So what I'm going to end up trying to do is take the spare 19s that I have from the front, because they'll fit on the rear. They're a little bit more narrow, so I'd be going from a 305 in the rear to a 285 tire in the rear, but I can get those radial versions of these tires. I'm just going to try to run the 19s and just see how it does. I know that's kind of an expensive test to get it dialed in, but at the end of the day, it's not fun to drive right now. I've tried to log, well, I mean, it's fun, but it just doesn't put down the power. So I've tried to log some 60 to 130s for my tuner as it sits right now on the E85 tune. So we're running an E50 tune, but you know, even pulling from third gear at 60 miles an hour, the car is all over the place. So that might be close to the limit if I can't get some better tires on here and get the traction all dialed in. And what I might end up doing is having to just detune it a little bit, or not having to run E85, because as it sits right now, you know, when the car was on the stage 2 OTS, sure, it wasn't as fast as it is now, but it was still like a little bit more enjoyable, because you have traction, right? And it puts the power down. And I mean, this thing's like a go-kart, so that's what you want, right? Sure, it's fun to slide and kind of fishtail it out there, but at the end of the day, if you're trying to like take this to half-mile roll racing, I need traction, especially for roll racing from like 40 to 60 miles per hour, right? So that's kind of the predicament that I've been in over the last couple weeks. We do have new tires coming for it, but let me take you for a quick ride in it because it's absolutely insane. All right, so like I was saying, it's super, well, the traction's not great. It's pretty torquey in first and second gear, but I'll just do like a quick pull from third. So yeah, she pulls really, really hard, and it's freaking crazy because I don't have traction in third. Just even getting on it, like easing into the throttle in third gear, it's still very, very challenging. But this car is freaking crazy. So there we have it, guys. The car is running phenomenally right now. It's crazy, right? We just need to really try to dial in that traction, and I'm hopeful that these new tires fix that. If not, we'll just have to wait for the new tires to come in or to not be back stock anymore. So once those come in, I'll definitely make a video updating you guys on how the traction is and if we've solved any of those problems. But just running E85 in the car has just been kind of a learning process for me too. This is the first car that I've had that we've run any ethanol in, and yeah, the way that we do it, since it's on an E50 tune, I'll just kind of wait till the gas tank is near empty, and then from there I'll go ahead and put 7 gallons of E85 in, and then fill the rest up with 91 octane. Since we're here in Arizona, we don't have 93, so yeah, it's been crazy, and it's night and day difference if I just run like the base tune, so the regular 91 octane custom tune from GTP. It's night and day difference between the E85 or the E50 tune and just a regular pump gas tune. It's crazy. So definitely stay tuned for more content as it pertains to the M2 here. Once we get the traction dialed in, I will make a video about that as well. Future mods that we have coming for the car, probably just a bunch of aesthetic stuff here soon. We might wrap the car a pretty cool color, but we'll see. Thank you guys so much for tuning into today's video, and we are back, and we'll catch you on the next one.